We are live. Welcome back, everybody, to the Wednesday Live with Wendy Parr. That would be me. And we are talking about, so it's me today, no guests. We're just going to be talking about the voice, your power, the power of your vocals, the capability of your vocals, the amazing, amazing creative tool that this voice is, and all that you can do with it, and how do we get the most out of it? How do I get the most expression out of it? How do I get freedom with it? Your voice is your power. Your voice is your life force. It's an expression of you, your life force, your emotion, your spirit, your soul, your point of view, your message. Wait a minute, what? My voice is my life force, my soul, my spirit, an expression of who I am, my point of view in the world. So everything that you sing and say could be a true resonance of yourself, a true expression of yourself. Now we know that all human beings, we all have a web of masks and layers of protection and fear of vulnerability and everything we've been told we should be and shouldn't be and could be. And oh, I got hurt last time I did that, and I got shut down when I did that, and someone else told me I'm supposed to be this instead of that. And so this beautiful life force is curtailed, is minimized, is changed, is masked, is many things. And it's our job as humans, and certainly as adults, to peel away those layers, peel away those things that have been put up on us, so that that life force can come through again, so that your pure expression can come through. Now, a lot of people, we feel all of those things, and singing is that place where we really do get to come through. We're like, this is the one place where the freedom happens. This is the one place where I feel I can really get heard. And so a lot of us can drop the mask more and more and more and let that truth come through. But sometimes there's still aspects that we could, like, can we peel away more? Can this life force of mine, can this expression of mine, can my point of view in the world really be said powerfully and authentically through my art, through my music, through my voice? Yeah, it can. So we have to keep asking ourselves, how? Where am I? How am I holding back? What beliefs do I have that aren't serving me? What am I trying to hold on to from my successes, and like make sure I keep that, instead of it continuing to explore and check in? Well, where am I now? What do I want to do with my voice now? I saw Kendrick Lamar play last week in Paris, and I turn on any song of his and listen to those wonderful moments of change, of expression, of the whoa comes in, and the change of rhythm, and then the tone that changes, and then whoa, and that you recognize his um, you recognize his tone, you recognize the accent, you recognize that um, vocal quality that he does when he goes, whoa. I was loving it. Think of your favorite artist. How would you describe their vocals to someone? The fact that you can describe their vocals to someone tells you that there's something so descriptive and unique and particular and specific that you're like, this is why I love them. Okay, so we want to bring out your wonderful and specific. Now, it's not from here. It's not from, oh, I want to do this thing I think will be cool. It's through the exploration of playing live, getting on the mic, being in the studio, exploring how you love to use your voice, exploring how you want to say your song, exploring how you're going to chew up those words and spit them out. That makes it become yours. That makes it become a unique expression of yourself. And you start finding things, you go, oh, I love the way I did that. That's a thing right there. I want to keep doing that. And it comes out organically. And you're finding your voice on the mic. You're finding the way you connect with your audience. And by doing this over and over, you're going to hone in very organically on things that are special, on things that are uniquely you, on things that just thrill you. And then you want to keep doing those things and see where do I want to do that in this song, and how do I want to play the standpoint of just what does that word itself make me feel, or like how would I say the word round? Do you say the word round in a round way? Do you give it a melody addition that is that makes it feel round to you? Do you give it a melody and or an arrangement that goes round? So it's like round, 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 round. Is that in the way you sing it? Is that in the post production? But just in the singing, let's just talk about your singing. Like the word up, and the word down, and the word fall. Can those lyrics themselves inspire the way you sing them? Fall, fall, fall. Like, can that make you, can you give us a fall in the fall? What does your fall feel like? It's going to be different than mine. What is your falling? Fall, 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 fall. What does it feel like to you? Is it a clunkety clunkety clunk? Is it a smooth thing? And that might depend on the song itself, on the lyric and emotional content of that song. What's it feel like to you? Give us your feels. Give us your feels. Mm. So the lyrics can inspire an expression, your emotional content, so that song gets to move through you. The songwriter serves the song serves the artist serves the audience. Let me say that again. The songwriter serves the song. It's our job as a songwriter to write the song that is asking to be written, to hold the integrity of that song, to stay true to its theme, to the story, to the message you're trying to say. So that's the songwriter. I've got to make this song the best that it can be. I need to make this song an expression of the emotion that I'm trying and the message I'm aiming to say, or the message that's being asked to be written when you're writing it, not the one you're trying to force for sure. The songwriter serves the song. What's the song requiring of me? It wants a post chorus, it wants a pre chorus. It needs a rhythm change right here. Like you are, as a songwriter, serving that song. Then the song serves the artist, not the other way around. It's not the artist's job to sing the song well, to sing it right, to sing it and show the audience how the song goes. It's your job. That song serves you, meaning it's like imagine you're putting on a costume and you're like, "Ooh, I'm putting on this costume and I'm going to prance around in it and bring this costume to life." Or, this is something I get to chew up and spit out the way I want to. This song, I get to like interpret it. I get to do something with it now. I get to play with it in order to move my audience because the artist, my job is to serve the audience. Your job as the artist is to serve the audience. So I'm going to take this song and play with it and interpret it and express it so I can take you on a ride. And it's really important. You're not trying to serve the song, especially when this is your own original song. Don't teach the audience your song. Oh, I got to sing it the way I wrote it so they get it, so they get the melody. Nope. Oh, I got to show them the song. Nope. You need to now interpret it as the artist, not the songwriter, and take us on a journey with it. So a trick for that I like to use is when you're performing and when you're singing and recording, imagine your song is already a hit. Everybody knows it. So you just get to play with it. Oh, I can play, I can have fun, I can change it up. You play with the song. Treat it like it's already a number one hit. Please try that at home and then hit me back in the comments. Let me know how it feels. Or tag me in a post on your song and let me know what it felt like, what it did for you to sing your song like it's already a hit. And if it's already a hit, it is already a hit. So Do what you want with it, play with it. Allowing your emotions to come through will bring that song to life. A song you wrote last year about a breakup is not going to feel as painful or as bitter or as brutal or as anything as when you wrote it freshly after the breakup. A year later, you've moved on a bit. It's just not going to have the sting. 4 years later, like you're already in a new relationship, that person really doesn't mean much to you anymore. Of course, the memory is there, and maybe even the love is there. There's a connection to it, but it's far from the original. So how do you bring it to life? You bring it to life now. How am I feeling now when I sing this song? Maybe it's the rhythm and the melody you're enjoying. Maybe it's the way you feel about those words now, and the distance you have from that actually is so pleasing instead of bitter. And or maybe like you just tap back into the emotion because it's there, because sadness and loss, we can tap into it anytime. You're not reliving the pain. You get to experience whatever you feel now. Bring that through your song. Maybe that song is just, maybe it's a hit and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm just so grateful I get to sing this song in front of this crowd. And this song just, everybody like has shown so much love to it. It just makes me feel so grateful and so joyful. You could sing your most, like your song with the most heartache written into it with gratitude and joy because that's what you're feeling now from that song. And then what that song takes you to that was there when you wrote it, that will be woven in, and that song will be something new and fresh now. Your emotions bring the song to life. Your power in your voice is to allow your emotions and vulnerability through and to play with it, to enjoy it. You know, as a singer, when you've got the audience and you're moving them, and then you get super light on something because you're like, I want to take them to that place, and then I want to take them to this place. And the more you've rehearsed, and the tighter the band, and the more you've played this song, the more free and the more vulnerable and the more expressive you can be because you are just in the connection and the connection. And you get to use this song to connect. You get to use this song to move the audience. And this all happens through feeling and doing, not here. Don't try to figure out your voice or figure out your style. Play and do, explore and do, try and do. And then you find your propensities. Then you find your tendencies. Then you find the things that I love to do this, and this is where it throws me. And I love to do this, and the audience, they really respond. And I love to do this, and that's how you'll find your actual style of music as well. Like, I feel best at mid-tempo ballads, or I feel best at bittersweet. I do beautiful heartache. I love to sing and write songs that are full of beautiful heartache. That's like a wheelhouse for me. And someone else is like, I love to jam and have people forget their troubles and just be in the groove of things. That's their jam. That's your jam. So finding the power, your power is in what thrills you. Your power is in having a free and open voice to communicate and express. Your power is in making choices that are from playing and trying things out and discovering. And your quirky little magic is what does it. I don't know, can I share? Can I go somewhere and share here? Let's see, hold on, let me see. See if I don't mess something up. I don't know if I can. Maybe. No? Yeah, I can share my screen. I'm going to do that. I want to show you all something that is just like, if you're on TikTok with me, I'm going to share something. And if you're on my YouTube or my Instagram, you'll be able to see it. And otherwise, you got to watch it on YouTube later. But let me see. Danny K. I want to show you something that is just fantastic. As a demonstration, no, it wasn't Danny K. It was not Danny K. Gene Kelly. The two of them. Yes. Okay. I'll find it. Here we go. I want to show you a video of Gene Kelly and Fred Astaire dancing. And what I'm going to show you this because for me this is a favorite thing about songwriting and is a favorite thing about singing. So when I sing, I feel and see the melodies and see the phrases as choreography. So a song to me is like let me grab a song. Here we go. I'll grab a song. Let me get these lyrics up. Uh, you see, this is improvised because I'm just going right now. Like this wasn't all prepped and ready to go. So I am. Oh, hold on. I gotta do this. Ding, ding, ding. Okay. Dua Lipa. Talking in my sleep at night, making myself crazy, out of my mind. Wrote it down and read it. I'm just showing you my upper body. I'm just moving with the way I feel the lyrics, right? Wrote it down and read it out, hoping it would save me too many times. My love, he makes me feel like nobody else, nobody else. But my love, he doesn't love me, so I tell myself, one, don't pick up the phone. You know he's only calling because he's drunk. And I know I'm messing up the lyrics here. Melody here. Hold on a second. One, it's because I've been singing this song slow on the piano. I've been singing it as a very different song. One, don't pick up the phone. You know he's only calling because he's drunk and alone. Don't let him in. Anyway, I don't have the piano in front of me, but I've been playing this as a slow ballad. It's been pretty fun. I'm terrible at piano, but I'm gonna end up playing this at some point live because I really do enjoy this song and I've been singing it like a little ballad. So let me go back to the choreography. So let me try to find this again. One, don't pick up the phone. You know he's only calling because he's drunk and alone. Two, don't let him in. You have to kick him out again. Three, don't be his friend. You know you're gonna wake up in his bed in the morning. And if you're under him, you ain't getting over him. I got no rules, I count 'em. You see that this melody, this phrasing, this song, it just makes me move. And each part makes me move differently. The chorus or a repetitive part would be the same move. And then, of course, there's variation, right? So it's like, one, don't pick up the phone. You know he's only calling because he's drunk and alone. Two, don't let him in. You'll have to kick him out again. Three, don't be his friend. You know you're going to wake up in his bed in the morning. And if you're under him, you ain't getting over him. I got no rules, I can't. So I see and feel rhythm choreography with a song. Now, what I want to show you is I'm going to share my screen and I want to show you how a dancer is doing this. Watch Gene Kelly and Fred Astaire and how essentially every 2 or 4 bars they are changing. They're changing dynamic, rhythm, pattern. And this is what you want to do as a singer to bring your song and bring it to life. This is what a production would do as well, where there's going to be a production change in each section. There are production changes, but there can also be in different sections and phrasing, like, oh, what's coming in to give us a hook? What's coming in to change the ear? But let's just talk about you, the singer. I want you to watch these dancers and see how the changes happen. Change, change, change. Because it's not one, don't pick up the phone. You know he's only calling because he's drunk and alone. Two, don't be his friend. It's not this. That's why there's stacks of vocals or background vocals, like one, right? That makes it very dynamic. One, da 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 da. You know he's only calling in his bed in the morning. It's not in the morning, in the morning. You ain't getting over him. So backgrounds help do that. But you as the lead singer, you need to do this all by yourself. Have dynamics and changes while being vocally consistent. And it's actual vocal consistency. Like when you have good technique, think of your guitar or your piano. Let's just look at a guitar, fake guitar in my hands. Okay. If you're fretting and you're playing up and down the neck, um, it sounds like the same guitar. If you're on the piano and you're playing across, it sounds like the same instrument. So you can be dynamic and expressive, and it's very consistent. And that's the same for the voice. You want consistency in your voice. When your technique is there, you can be very, very dynamic. So and this is not, again, it's really important that this is not coming from here. If it's coming from here without the heart and the emotional expression, we will see it. I literally will hear going, that was a choice, like that was a thoughtful choice. Like all of a sudden you get breathy, and then and it doesn't have meaning. It doesn't have an emotional impulse. Okay, let me show you this dancing, because boy, do I love this as an example. So let me see how I share with you. It's the first time I'm doing the share business. So let's go screen share. Here we go. Watch the changes, my friends. Watch the changes. I'm gonna open the screen up. Wait, 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 Do you feel all those changes? Do you see all those wonderful, wonderful changes? I mean, come on. That is so phenomenal. Every, hold on a second. Changing the media. Are we back again? Okay. So, like every 2 bars, every 4 bars, there is a change in their pattern. It's so beautiful. And you can see in the choreography, sometimes it's a change in direction, a change in tempo. Same thing with lyric, and same thing with songwriting, right? Where you go from like just as like the song I was singing before, like the pre-chorus or verse and pre-chorus. Verse, da na 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 na, da na 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 na, right? Da na na na, rhythm changes, and then the refrain, my love. That's a long moment. He makes me feel like nobody else but my love. That's a change in rhythmic pattern, and then chorus, one. Ba 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 da ba da ba da ba da ba da ba da ba 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 da ba da. Now we're getting shorter, more staccato rhythm, and then the singular word standing out by itself. Ba, with a pause, right? Ba ba da ba da ba da ba da ba da ba da ba da. Those rhythm changes, just like that choreography, that's a really well written song. And then as the singer, you need to bring that to life. You need to bring those changes and those expressions to life. So that's why I love, like I said, I see and feel songs like choreography. That might not be your way in, but even if it's not, I know that when you watch that, when you see it visually, you're seeing what I'm talking about in a song of how do I express my emotional self through a song? How do I interpret the song and bring it to life? Through dynamic changes, through expressing your emotions, through expressing the way you would say these words, right? Um, yeah, where like you're getting softer somewhere because of emotional expression, you get softer somewhere because of the word, you get softer somewhere because of how that phrase makes you feel. These are all things that would affect it. Sometimes, like when I vocal produce, some of the things that I find help, like number one is like this idea of like where are the changes. So let's see, I'm gonna think of some things that the last time I was vocal producing, for example, some things I did. One thing I like to do is, especially if you tend to be a little like you hold your breath, or you feel like you don't have room to breathe, or you can be a little bit like overly rhythmic and not um, get kind of locked in. If you get locked into your phrasing, what I would suggest is hold something too long. Just stay a little long and be late on a syllable, on a one word. And by just staying a little late, it's going to help you feel the phrasing differently, and it will also domino you. So if, for example, I was singing, talking in my sleep at night, making myself crazy. If I was just kind of like, I'll just, as an extreme, oh, I'm having trouble changing that phrasing. I'm having trouble doing something different. Well, if you just hold something just a little too long. Talking in my sleep at night, making myself crazy. Just holding that one night a little too long propelled me into something after. Wrote it down and read it out, wrote it down and read it out. Just holding that read a little longer helps break my rhythmic pattern. So try lingering just a little too long on something in each line, and it will help it'll help you break the pattern of how you're currently singing it. And now you can discover some other things. That's one way of playing. Another is in each section, especially like now, my directions for vocal producing really come off the artist. Like I'm hearing what they're doing, and it's not me going, "Oh, this would be cool. Do this here because this is my idea." It's listening to the artist. So this is you listening to yourself. This is listening to playback, and where are they going? Where are they going for something, and where can we make it broader and bigger so it becomes a thing? How can I make what I'm doing more of a thing? So, for example, one artist and it also has to do with the song itself, like where's the song asking for a thing. So in my last vocal production I was doing, the chorus just had some vowels in it that I was like, oh, these vowels, and in the melody these are the highlights. So I'm going to make this up because I'm not going to sing you their song and probably won't remember it correctly anyway. But if it was like ooh, I need oh, I need a, I need oh. It was like oh, oh, eh, oh, oh. There were just a lot of these vowels in the chorus and the way the melody was hitting. I was like, oh, these are the popping moments. So I was like, hey, I really want you to play with those sounds being like, make them like a little bit of a firecracker. And it gave the artist the impulse to like highlight what this song was doing, to highlight the chorus moment. So instead of it just being like, I'm just making this up again, but it's like oh, 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 if it's like oh, 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 I'm like, oh, I know that this sound is so effective and it's going with this melody. So it's finding those moments. It's like, ooh, how does this word like play in my mouth? What am I hearing that wants to come alive in this song that you wrote or that someone wrote for or with you? And so it can be the words, it can be the melody, the rhythm. All these things can inform you. There's no one answer because especially each song is different. But your voice is the instrument to play. So how are you? Am I doing a thing on this word? Am I? Oh, like try to think of a song that's just anything. And I'm going to contradict myself here. Actually, I'm totally going to contradict myself here. I'm going to, because now everything I say, it's not, let me write this out. I love this song, Benson Boone's Ghost Town. Yeah. Let me look at this chorus, for example. Okay. I say I'm going to contradict myself because there's this thing called peak management that's really important to do. And at the same time, we're going to emphasize a melody. So when I say peak management, what I mean is if you have the tendency to focus on pitch and make your performance based on the melody, you want to lose the peaks and flatten them. Example, I'm going to do Ghost Town. Okay. Maybe you'd be happier with someone else. Maybe loving me's the reason you can love yourself. Before I turn this heart into. So if you tend to push for high notes, for example, or get tight on high notes, or just do anything rooted in the notes, you've got to make everything feel the same so that your expression is not based on melody. That would be first. That's like, I need to technically be able to sing this so it's all smooth and easy and connected, right? So I just was doing it and kind of highlighting that. But if I was saying, Maybe you'll be happier with someone else. Maybe loving me's the reason you can love yourself. I can just sing that and do whatever I want to with the melodies not getting in my way or distracting me. Now, once I can do that, now I can play. Like, do I want to take some of those high notes and make them lighter so that the chorus expands more and feels more expansive instead of like, I'm not just going to punch all of them. And in fact, I think Benson Boone's beautiful, what is that one? Think of words. Beautiful Things. The fact that like he sings, you can hear him sing the first chorus like slow and easy and quiet, and then it gets big, and then it gets soft at the end. First of all, that's showing you what an incredible vocal ability that he can give you so many different colors and dynamics in the chorus. And then he's really showing you how, as well, that the expression of that song is not, it's like dual. It's the expression of that song is not about the voice. It's the emotional expression is making all three of these choruses different. And at the same time, he's really showing you what an incredible voice he has by being able to do that. How awesome is that? That's a really good example, just really using your expression and making the song so dynamic. So if I said, for example, maybe you'd be happier, I'm going to get lighter because I'm like, happier. I want to, because I'm not going to tell them you'd be happier, like aggressively. It's going to get lighter. Maybe you'd be happier with someone else, someone else, someone else. These words want to come to life for me. And if we think about that, Gene Kelly dancing, all those changes, right? Maybe you'd be happier, happier with someone else. Maybe loving me's the reason you can love yourself. Feel that choreography? Like to me, the rhythm gives me that, and the lyrics give me that. Before I turn your heart in. Now, this is the same melody. Before I turn your heart into a ghost town. That's the same as maybe you would be happier with someone else. Those are the same. This is A, B, A, B2, right? First and third line are the same melody. Second and fourth are the same with a variation. That's really common in songs. These cannot be the exact same dynamic, or I'm just being a Xerox of myself. And to be a Xerox of yourself, you actually have to work hard to like hold it together. When I speak, if I say the same thing twice, if I say the same thing twice, and then if I say it twice again, in order for me to say it exactly the same way, I have to work harder than my emotion and my storytelling just automatically making me say the same thing twice. It's going to be more intense or more soft, or they're just going to be varied. So you want to allow yourself the variation instead of, oh, but I have to sing it the same way. No, please don't. Let your emotion and build. If you said something 3 times, we're talking about a chorus here. If you said something repetitively, and then the same with a melody, if a melody gets repeated, it must be important enough to repeat, and therefore it has to have a little different emphasis. So maybe you would be happier with someone else. Maybe loving me is the reason you can love yourself. Before I turn your heart into a ghost town. I'm going to hit heart stronger on line. Oh, sorry, 1, 2, 3, right? I'm going to hit the same note, that peak note, stronger on this one because I went lighter on this one. Because before I turn your heart into a ghost, this is just how I feel. This is my interpretation. Before I turn your heart into a ghost, doesn't feel right. If I'm going to turn your heart into a ghost town, it's because I'm doing something. I'm messing with you. I'm turning the knife. For me, that's organically happening. But also as an artist, I know that they can't be exactly a match. So I've got to do something a little different. Before I turn your heart into a ghost town, show me everything we built so I can burn it all down. Down, down. Repeats. How many times did he say down? 5 times. Right? So again, those downs can't just be down, 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 down. Why in the world are you repeating it 5 times if I heard it the first way, the same way, the 5th way? Those need to be different. And again, I'm not talking like tell me in your head, like, ooh, I used to do that. I used to paint my performance, and then I would sing it all out. Like I had it nailed. Now, recording when I was 15 in a recording studio that cost me my own money after midnight because the rates were cheaper, turned me into a 3-take artist or a 1-take Sally. I had rehearsed, I was ready. So when I went in, 3 takes, I was done with my vocals. Then we went on to backgrounds, right? I don't have the luxury at 15 and paying my own money. And I know a lot of you can feel this right now to just burn it up, right? So really, really positive about that was I was well rehearsed. I did my homework. I knew my song down. Great. The problem came with over time was that became my habit. Like the pressure of I got to do it fast. I got to do it in 3 takes. Slowly, I started to lose my ability to explore, and I got very married to what I rehearsed. And there's probably 7 other reasons that happened too, right? Becoming a perfectionist and being like, oh, it's got to be right. So I try to hold on to the right way. There's just a lot of reasons that happen. And then let's unravel it. We need time to explore. And the exploration is in rehearsal, but sometimes it's also you got to explore in the studio and you try things. You're like, oh, we thought that might work, but on the mic and it's not playing in here as well. We got to like, can we try something different? Maybe we got to rethink this bridge, especially in production time. So I don't recommend getting married to something. I do recommend having a little bit of a map, whether it's an emotional one or some dynamic one. That's another thing I've done. Vocal producing an artist, we really played with dynamics, like hearing the pattern of a song. I was like, let's go soft, soft, medium, medium, strong, light, just literally mapping out the verse and then the pre and creating dynamic arcs because it felt like what the artist was giving me. It felt like what the song was asking for. I'm painting that picture. And then the artist could play with it. Once they had a feel for it, again, don't get married to what's on the page. Now you're flowing with the song. Now you're getting into the feel more. If you feel dynamically stronger there, go for it. And what does that mean? So, but these are all ways that I use to help the artist get into their own expression. Just don't get married to something. But once you lock something in, it's a keeper. You discovered it organically in rehearsal. That's what you did on your own. Your body will go back to, oh yeah, that's what I loved. I did that. I love that. So you don't have to get married to it. You can be consistent because it's you. And you did it in the first place, right? So if we go back to tear it all down, show me everything we built so I can tear it, right? Now, before I turn your heart into a ghost town, show me everything we built. We built it, right? So for me, it's like, tell me everything we built so I can tear it all. Tear it. What does tear it feel like? I can tear it all. Do I want to grit my teeth? So I can tear it all. So I can, like tear it. Like for me, words mean a lot. How does that, like, what is that word? How does my voice interpret that word? So I can tear it all down. I'm going to just play with down. I'm going to show you 7 ways I could do down, right? So I can tear it all down, 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 down. My first emphasis on that one was really playing with the OW. And there were still other things that happened on each down, but my focus was I'm going to literally play with the ow. Tear it all down, 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 down. That's going to make that be its own performance, right? Like when you hear that chorus, that down is going to have its own color. I may decide I don't like that. That's not my thing, but that's one thing that I could play with is just how does that vowel, how does the saying of that word do? Now I'll get rid of that and we try something else. Before I turn your heart into a ghost town, show me everything we built so I can tear it all down, down, down. Maybe I do a step, maybe I do a riff. I'm using the word down. Am I going to bring the dynamic down? Tear it all down, 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 down. Does the volume go down with that down? These are all things you can play. This is what I'm talking about, being in the studio and trying things, being in rehearsal and trying things. And how does that word, that hook come to life for you? You know I stay, don't you tempt me. And some songs, oh, here's one that's really important. Some songs literally just need you to lock in the downbeat and the upbeat, especially a song that really lives on the upbeat. You've got to lock that in. And sometimes just doing this is actually the key to your freedom, because if you don't have the upbeat and the downbeat locked in, the song is kind of floating and not quite in the pocket. So some songs where it's really about like, let's get legato, let's play with these patterns and rhythms. Some songs are like, once you lock this in, everything becomes freedom. And those are really the songs that, like I said, really are about locking in the upbeat. Because if you don't lock in that upbeat, it's off. It's like this song just isn't feeling right. So be aware of the song that you've written that's like, I don't know if I think of an example. She's a Miss Beautiful Supreme, a girl that others wish that they could be. If there's 7 wonders of the world, like if you don't feel that upbeat, the song's going to be lost. Now, for me, that's making me a little staccato, but I love the upbeat. So if it's like, she's a Miss Beautiful Supreme, a girl that others wish that they could be. Oh, if there's 7 wonders of the world, well, I know she's got to be number 1. She's a girl that can't be beat. Born and raised on Ghetto Street. Now, I love the upbeat. I feel the pocket. If you're missing that, if you're late on it, if you're not really locking it in, like I said, the song will be a mess. But once you lock it in, then you're going to find that ability to play and phrase and try things out. So that's really an important one. I tend to swing everything, and I've just found that yeah, that's just key. That's a key thing. That's a key thing. So your voice is the expression of your spirit, your soul, and your life force. And being an artist is really the opportunity to get paid and applauded for being true and vulnerable and your wild, weird self, and playing with, what do I like, how bold and dramatic, even if you're super introverted, like how dynamic can you make your introvertedness, how dynamic can you make the changes in your song so they thrill you, so you're bringing it to life, so that you're having an expression that is really truly expressive of you and all the things you love. So I encourage you to play and try things, and like in that wild imagination of yours, where do you want to go vocally, artistically? What do you want to do with your song? Try it out. Please, like, give yourself a chance to totally fail at it, because in the failing, you will find some magic. And then you go, oh, that's a special thing. That's what I want. I'm going to base the whole song on that little thing I discovered. Let's grow it around that. Otherwise we wouldn't have Bobby McFerrin. Don't worry, be happy. We wouldn't have him doing Don't Worry, Be Happy and singing bass lines and tapping percussion on his body if Bobby McFerrin wasn't willing to like be an expression of himself. Yeah. And we need your expression. So find your power by finding your wild, wonderful weirdness, your uniqueness, and playing and trying stuff. And again, not from here, but from here, from your soul. Like, what does my imagination, what's that inner vision want to do? Let's try it out. And then and play and find what works, and then try it live, and then try it in front of people, breathing, and where do I lose them in the song? Where do I have them in the palm of my hand? You know? There are times when I know when I'm singing that my 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 tenderness. I know that my tenderness, if I just get so light in my tenderness, that and vocally it's so dynamic that it works. And I know that it's not a trick. I'm going somewhere emotionally, and then I let my voice go there further. If I'm before I turn your heart into a ghost town, show me everything I built so I can burn it all down, down, down. Burn it all down. I'm going high on down, but I'm doing it also just to demonstrate that's a place I know I love to go emotionally and vocally. And if I do that in the right place, it's very dramatic and it was very moving to the audience. And it's not a vocal trick. It's an inner place that I go emotionally, and then it's a vocal expression of that emotion, and in the right song at the right time, that's really effective. And it's not about being big. And so I know for me, that's something that I do that's like, it makes me feel a lot. And then I can share that feeling with you. I saw Ray at Lollapalooza Paris this last weekend, and it was one of the most exciting performances I've seen in such a long time. Watch her videos, watch her live performances, and if you get a chance to see her live, please do. She is the embodiment of authenticity and joy. She's jumping around and dancing around, and she is moving this audience and taking me on such a huge, beautiful ride. And the woman has an incredible vocal capacity and ability, and she is using it to emotionally express herself and to move you. Please take an opportunity to watch and learn and be inspired by Ray. Because wow, it was such a joy to feel and to see in action her authentic expression and joy. And the use of her voice to do it. Please go watch it, be inspired, and learn. So thank you all for joining me. Someone said noticing your physical reaction. Yes, I'm a person who gets goosebumps. Where's my thrill? Where do I get the tingles, right? Where do I get that feeling that I'm connected and in? And then, oh, I know when I did that vocally, it was thrilling. It made me want to cry, and then I'm going to share that with you. So thank you all for joining me. I appreciate you. I do love sharing, and I love a conversation. If there's any topics you want me to cover, please DM me or put them in the comments. Every Wednesday, we do a live. Either it's me sharing with you, and I've started to do Compass Backstage with artists and industry and music people and creatives that I work with, and we're having conversations. So please join me. My next one is with Emmeline on July 30th, Wednesday at 1 o'clock PT LA time. It is my evening here in Paris. Join us, and feel free, please. I'd love to hear comments. I'd love to get DMs from you with ideas of your experiences after trying some of these things we talk about. Don't be shy. Please reach out to me, and absolutely let me know topics you'd like me to cover. Thank you so much, you all. I appreciate you, and I wish you all the joy in your creativity. Please share your beautiful voice with us.